Welcome back to our Career Campus podcast, your daily dose of career tips, professional development, and job success strategies to help you grow, stand out, and achieve your career goals with confidence in today's competitive workplace. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm absolutely thrilled to kick off another incredibly insightful session with all of you. Today, we're tackling a topic that is frankly make or break for so many job seekers, especially in a specialized field like accounting. And to help us navigate these waters, I brought in an absolute expert. Please join me in welcoming our guest for today, Zen. Zen, it's a pleasure to have you here on Career Campus.
Thanks, Chris. It's fantastic to be here. I'm really looking forward to diving into this. The world of job applications, especially for accountants, has really changed, and understanding how to get past the initial hurdle is more crucial than ever.
Absolutely, Zen. And that initial hurdle, as you perfectly put it, is often the applicant tracking system, or ATS. For our listeners who might not be entirely familiar, can you give us a quick rundown of what an ATS is and why it's such a game changer for job applications?
Of course, think of an ATS as a digital gatekeeper. It's software that companies use to manage the massive volume of applications they receive. Before a human recruiter even sees your resume, an ATS scans it, parses the information, and ranks candidates based on how well their resume matches the job description. If your resume isn't optimized for these systems, it can get rejected before anyone even lays eyes on it, regardless of how qualified you are.
That's a pretty stark reality, isn't it? So essentially, you could be the perfect candidate for an accounting role, but if your resume isn't speaking the ATS's language, you're out. What are some of the most common mistakes you see accountants making when they're trying to craft their resumes, especially with ATS in mind?
Oh, there are quite a few, Chris. One of the biggest is using overly complex formatting. People get creative with graphics, intricate tables, or unusual fonts, thinking it will make them stand out. While it might look pretty to a human eye, an ATS often can't read it correctly. It'll scramble the information, or worse, ignore entire sections. Another huge one is not tailoring their resume to each specific job. Many accountants use a generic resume for every application, which means it likely won't contain the specific keywords the ATS is searching for in a particular job description.
That makes so much sense. So simplicity in design is key for ATS, and customization is paramount. Let's talk about those keywords you just mentioned. How can an accountant effectively identify and integrate the right keywords into their resume without just stuffing it full of buzzwords?
Excellent question. Keyword stuffing is definitely a no-go. ATS systems are getting smarter and can flag that as irrelevant. The best approach is to carefully read the job description for the role you're applying to. Look for specific terms related to software, certifications, accounting principles, tasks, and responsibilities. For an accountant, this might be GAAP, IRS, SAP, QuickBooks auditing, financial reporting, tax preparation, budgeting, forecasting, variance analysis, or ledger reconciliation. Integrate these naturally into your experience descriptions, skills section, and even your professional summary. Don't just list them, show how you use them.
So it's about context and relevance, not just quantity. That's a great distinction. Many of our listeners are probably thinking, okay, I understand the ATS challenge, but how do I actually make my resume attractive to a recruiter once it passes the system? What grabs their attention at first glance for an accounting role?
This is where the human element comes back in. Once you've passed the ATS, you have about 6 seconds to impress a recruiter. What stands out? Quantifiable achievements. Instead of saying responsible for managing client accounts, say managed a portfolio of 25 plus high net worth client accounts, improving client retention by 15%, or streamline monthly closing process, reducing reporting time by 2 days. Numbers speak volumes. They demonstrate impact and value. Also, a clear, concise professional summary at the top that highlights your key skills and experience, tailored to the specific job, is crucial. It's their immediate snapshot of who you are and what you bring to the table.
Quantifiable achievements are so powerful. It really shifts the narrative from just responsibilities to actual results. It makes you a problem solver, not just a task doer. What about the structure of an accountant's resume? Any tips on optimizing sections or flow?
Definitely. Keep it standard. Contact information, professional summary or objective, work experience, education, and then skills. For skills, use bullet points and categorize them if possible, like technical skills, software proficiency, and soft skills. For work experience, use reverse chronological order. Each bullet point under your experience should start with a strong action verb, like analyze, prepare, develop, manage, reconcile, and follow it with that quantifiable achievement. And maintain consistent formatting throughout: font, spacing, bullet points. This helps both the ATS and the human reader.
That's excellent practical advice, Zen. It sounds like there's a real science and an art to this. For those listening who might feel a bit overwhelmed by all these nuances, is there a shortcut or a resource you'd recommend to help them get started on the right foot?
Absolutely, Chris. This is such a critical area that I actually helped develop a template specifically for accountants. It's designed with ATS compatibility in mind, incorporates all these best practices for keywords and quantifiable achievements, and has a proven track record. This isn't just a generic template. It's one that has genuinely helped over 100 applicants secure accounting jobs. It's fully editable, so you can customize it to your specific experience and the roles you're targeting without having to start from scratch.
Wow, that's incredible. Over 100 successful hires from that template? That speaks volumes about its effectiveness. So for our listeners, where can they get their hands on this game-changing resource?
You can find it at the link we'll be providing in the show notes for this episode. We've made it super accessible, so just head over to the Career Campus website or check the episode description for the direct download link. It's a foundational tool that can really streamline your job search process and give you that crucial edge.
That's fantastic. I urge all our accounting listeners to check that out immediately. It sounds like exactly what many need to cut through the noise and truly stand out. Zen, this has been an incredibly insightful conversation. We've covered everything from understanding the ATS, avoiding common pitfalls, using keywords effectively, and crafting a resume that truly shines with quantifiable achievements. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today.
My pleasure, Chris. It's always great to help fellow professionals navigate their career paths successfully. Remember, your resume is your first impression. Make it count.
Youth. Couldn't have said it better myself. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Career Campus podcast. We hope this discussion empowers you to craft an accountant ATS resume that attracts recruiters instantly at first glance. Don't forget to check out that link in the show notes for the editable resume template Zen mentioned. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep confidently pursuing those career goals. We'll catch you in the next episode.